Hello and welcome to my channel. My name's Shell and I'm losing weight using Slimming World. I've had a really good week this week and had lovely food and I'm really enjoying being back at Slimming World. First of all, I thought I'd show you the two new things that I've tried. This I actually tried a little while ago, but I forgot to tell you about it. These are the Dairylea triangles, plant-based. I think they're called almond triangles. We've tried these. I bought them just as I was about to start going back to Slimming World, because I know at one time it was said that 3 of these were worth 1 Healthy Extra A. Now it doesn't say that on the app. Whether that still stands or not, I don't know. But we tried them and we really did not like these at all. There aren't many things that I can't eat. You know, if I buy them, I think, well, okay, I don't like them that much, but I'll eat them and I won't buy them again. But we both found these so unpleasant that we had to just open them all up and put them in the recycle bin. I've rarely tasted something so, it was, to us anyway, they didn't taste anything of cheese. They were slimy and greasy, and I just don't know. I don't know what they're thinking. They were very unpleasant. So we won't be buying those again. If I'm going to get a vegan cheese, which I don't very often, I get the Babybels. I really like the Babybels. And I think they did say at one time that you could use 30 grams of any vegan cheese as a healthy extra. Whether that's still true, I don't know. I'm a couple of weeks into my Slimming World journey now and I haven't had any cheese yet, so once I get round to that I'll look into it. The other thing we tried were these. These are from, well, we got these from Iceland. I don't know whether you can get them everywhere. They're called Gullon, Gullon, 0, and I think they're called cookies and cream biscuits. And I got them from Iceland and these are absolutely gorgeous. They are 0, I don't know whether they've got 0 sugar in or just a bit of sugar in or something, but they're definitely a lower fat, a lower calorie style of biscuit. And they come in these packets like that. I'm not sure how many were in here because we've already been tucking into them. Little packet of 4 biscuits, and each of these 4 for 4 of the biscuits, and they're really a good size and a good weight, 8.5 sins. So I would, if I was having 1, I'd probably count it as 2 sins, and if I was having 2, I'd probably then count it as 4.5. It's a bit difficult when it's 1/8 of a sin, but they're really nice. They're like you know, like what do you call them, ordinary cream biscuits. They've got the cream filling and then the 2 biscuits either side, and they're really chunky though. They're not all wafery and light like a lot of diet things. They're absolutely gorgeous. So 8.5 sins for the whole 4 biscuits. I mean, you could split those up, 8.5 sins, and eat them over the day, and they're really nice. So they're the things I tried. I had a really nice group. I think I found myself at last a fantastic group to go to. The consultant I have is fairly new and she's really finding her feet now. I think she's getting more confident that she's getting to know everybody. But it's the group itself and the other people in the group that are making it a special group. I've been to a few groups recently that just, I don't know, I just haven't felt comfortable there. I've not enjoyed being at the group. One of the last groups I went to, the whole group regularly put on rather than lost. And it was almost like the group had got into a mentality of not losing. Everyone was coming, everyone was having great fun, and it was a good laugh, and everyone was laughing at each other's excuses for not losing. But regularly, sometimes 2 or 3 weeks in a row, the group would gain more than it had lost. And it just felt that something had gone wrong in the, I don't know what you'd call it, just the feel of the group. Whereas this group I'm at now, whether it's, well, I say it's a fairly new group, but actually quite a lot of members there have been coming for a while and going to different groups. But everybody had lost this week, apart from one lady who had been ill and she'd been away for 3 weeks, so that's understandable. But everybody else had lost, and they'd had good losses, and it wasn't they hadn't gained last week. Nearly everybody there had lost this week, and they'd either lost or maintained the week before. I went this week and I lost 2.5 pounds, which I was really pleased about. And when I got on the scale, I thought, 2.5 pounds, ooh, I wonder if I'll get slimmer of the week. But no way. There were loads of people there that had got more than me, or equal to me. So it was a really good group, and just the feeling in the group is that everyone wants to lose. They've got that mindset of losing, and it makes a huge difference when you're in a group, I think, where people are there because they want to lose weight and they want to get fit. And we were all talking about speed food and free food this week, and everyone was so enthusiastic, saying, I eat loads of speed food, and somebody else, I love my speed food, and everyone was talking about how they incorporate it into their meals and giving tips. It was really good. I came away from there feeling really encouraged and enthusiastic. And the lady that takes the class is very good, and she's lost weight herself, and she's a Target member, and she's very nice and very encouraging. So that was the group. So I'm still on my streak of losing, well, not of losing, I'm still on my streak of doing perfect Slimming World days, and today I'm on day 17 of my streak, and I don't think I've ever done this before. Whenever I've gone to Slimming World before, or any weight loss group, I do tend to cheat here and there. I usually come out and think, well, even if it's just, well, I'm going to have a piece of toast and not count it. That's usually how I start. I usually come and say, well, I've been to group, I'm not going to have a big cheat day or anything, I'm just going to have a piece of toast and not count it because I love toast. And after that, things tend to go downhill a bit, or I'll say, well, I'll save a few sins for the weekend. Or I'll eat something off plan and then say, well, I'll sin it later on. I don't think I have ever done 17 perfect days on Slimming World, and that's where I'm up to at the minute. And I'm really, really enjoying it. Another thing they wanted us to do this week was about setting goals, and I don't know whether, I didn't want to set a goal. I did set a goal of 9 stone 7, which isn't what I want to do. I want to go beyond that, but it was the first thing that came into my head. I didn't want to set a goal, and I don't always think it's a good idea. I don't know if you think it's a good idea to set a goal. Have you set goals, and has that helped you? Perhaps you feel that it gives you a real goal to aim at. But I didn't want to set a target. And I noticed there was a lady I was watching the other day, and she was doing Weight Watchers on YouTube, and she said, oh, I've got such a long way to go. She was just starting out, and she said, I think she had about 200 pounds to lose, and she was saying, oh, I can't get started. It's so far to go to get to my goal weight. She was just struggling to get any enthusiasm. But it's not as if once you start losing, it's not as if you're going to stay at that 300 or 400 pounds, and then as soon as you get to target, like an elastic band, it's going to snap and you're going to feel good. I feel so good after 17 days. I feel like a different person, and I'm a long way from the weight that I want to be. But you change as you go along. Every half a stone you lose, I think you feel so much better. I feel my walking has improved. I feel nimble on my feet when I go out. We went out yesterday, and I didn't feel that I'm at the stage where I could get dressed up and feel good. I'm not there yet. But I felt really nimble on my feet. I think when you're heavier, you tend to have a certain momentum and a not quite as good a balance. Possibly because the weight that you're carrying, it's just not as easy to move. But I felt so good yesterday. I felt really fit. I was running upstairs, and I could walk at speed and not get out of breath, and I felt so healthy. That's what it is. I felt out in the sunshine, I felt healthy, and I really loved being out, even though I've got a long way to go. And also I was trying to think about when I gave up smoking, which was a long time ago now. It was in 1993, and I was a big smoker. I don't do anything in halves, and I was a big smoker. And I don't think anybody thought I would be able to give up. I didn't think I was going to be able to give up the day that I gave up. I didn't have any intention of, but I'd had a little niggling cough for a long time, and I couldn't go more than 30 seconds without doing a little cough. And as soon as I'd done the little cough, I could feel the itch. It wasn't a big smoker's cough, just a tickle. But as soon as I coughed, I could feel it building up in the back of my throat again, and I'd have to cough. So one morning I got up, and as usual, my hand would claw out of the bedclothes and pick up the cigarettes, and I'd sit up and light up my first one, which was my habit every day, and then I'd go down, make a coffee, and then have the second one. And just as I was having my second one, Andy said to me, "Do you think you might ever have a go at giving up smoking?" And I just thought, oh, I'm just going to do it. And I put that cigarette out, and I never had another one to this day. And I was a massive smoker. I was smoking 40 a day, and I was getting the extra long ones, so it was really more than 40 a day. And I would have now, I dread to think what I'd be at now, probably about 100 a day. But from that minute on, when I put out that cigarette, I was a non-smoker. That was it. I knew I was a non-smoker. I don't know what it was, I can't explain it. I just knew I would never smoke again, and that was it. But for a month I was ill. I had a chest infection. I'm sorry if this is TMI, but inside my nostrils were all just cracked and bleeding. And I had ulcers, my mouth was full of ulcers, and it was awful. And this went on for a month. But I didn't wait till the end of that month, till I was feeling better and I was symptom free. I didn't say, well, I won't be a non-smoker until I get to that point. I was a non-smoker from the very second I put out that cigarette. And that is what it's like with the weight loss, I think. You have to think, well, that's it now. This is my goal. My goal is to never binge again, to be healthy, to eat healthy food, move in a healthy way, and enjoy life. And that's from day one, from the minute that you walk through the Slimming World doors. If you've decided that you're definitely going to do it this time, from that minute you go, you've reached your goal. That's it, your goal is reached. You don't have to wait until you get to the weight that you want. That's a symptom, like it is with the smoking. It's the symptoms take a month to get rid of. But that doesn't mean to say that you're not a non-smoker. In the same way that going to Slimming World now, I already feel, this time that I'm going, I feel that I've already reached my goal. This is it. The rest of it, the weight, is just a symptom, and that will just come off in its own time. And I think really that's the way to think about it, because once you get to target, I think sometimes the pressure that's put on you, when I get to target everything's going to be fine, when I get to target that's when it's going to be good, and it can almost make you feel as if once you've got there you've reached your goal and that's it. Well, of course it's not. This is a lifetime change, and the change happens when you change your diet and the way you eat and the way you move and the way you think and your attitude. That's where it changes, and that is the day when you become what you want. The rest of it is just waiting for the symptoms to catch up, and that's how I want to feel about it now. So I don't really think that setting a goal it wouldn't be beneficial for me, because I'm not really interested in it now. I've done what I wanted to do, and all it means now is sticking to it. So let me know how you feel. This is just for me. Perhaps for some people you need a goal, or I know some people have get a lot out of setting mini goals, and but I don't feel like the Half Stone Awards and the Stone Awards are things for me to aim at. They're things that I can celebrate on my way down, but they don't matter so much. They're just things that show how well I'm doing. So let me know what you think, and let me know how you're getting on. I'd love to know how your weight losses are going. I know we're all doing different things, and it's so good to keep up with what everybody's doing. I know quite a few people are getting into it now with summer coming, and it's so lovely out there today. I'm going to go and sit outside now, I think, for a little bit and have a read. So take care. I'll see you next week, and I hope you see less of me. Bye!